In this video, I'll be showing you all of the features that are available on a full teacher's account with populated classes. So on the teacher's login dashboard, you'll get a tile for every class that you create. And by clicking on each one, you will be taken to the class dashboard. Now on this page, you'll get sort of a high level overview as to what's happening in the class. So number of students, latest logins, who hasn't been logged in for more than 7 days, and a list of recently edited or created files from your class. You'll also get lesson progress, which we'll speak about later in this video, but this will give you an overview as to how many students have completed a particular unit or haven't quite finished, or which ones has no one started yet. But that's just a high level overview in there. If you click on files, you'll be taken to this page, which will give you a list of all of the students in the class. And by clicking on one of the students, you will be able to see their files and their folders that they've created. And by clicking on a particular file, you'll be able to see their code. You can run their code directly in the browser. You can quickly jump to the next file and run their code. Easily switch between students as well if you want to quickly mark any of their work. Now, within a particular file, you can mark it as checked. That will send them a student a notification to say that you've seen it. And if you wanted to add a comment, you can also add a comment. Again, when you save that, it will send them a notification on their dashboard and alert them to which file that's been added to, and they can go make amendments or respond to any feedback. We have a mark book. This is pre-populated with all of our units. So we have 15 units in total, plus the exam questions. There's about 150 lessons and about 80 exam questions. So this will give you an overview per unit, who's completed a unit, who started and who hasn't. And by clicking on a unit, you'll get the breakdown of the lessons that they've completed within that. And by clicking on one of the lessons for a student, you will see the questions that they've completed and also how many attempts they took to get to the right answer. And by clicking on one of the questions, you will get, again, they've passed it. It took them 2 attempts. That was the question that they attempted. And that is the code that they wrote in order to achieve the pass mark. Now you can control which lessons students see from the lessons tab. So if you want to introduce them week by week or lesson by lesson, or however you want to introduce the topics to them, you can control just by unchecking a box to hide it from them. And you also have control of the unit lesson by lesson as well to break that down. Now, the lessons and exam questions will appear on student dashboards, and as a teacher you can also access them. They'll look like this. So if we go into unit 1, there's the breakdown of lessons, and a lesson, let's say on variables, will look something like this, where you've got the introduction to the concept, so explaining it. There's some written examples that they can also click run if they wanted to see what it looks like in Python. And if we keep going down, more examples, again, for them to run, and then they'll get to a section at the bottom with a task for them to complete based on the lesson that they've just sort of read through and looked at examples for. And they can check their answers as they go through, and it will tell them if they haven't met the criteria and what they need to do in order to meet that criteria. They can run their code, test it to make sure that it works. Now, if we go back to the exam questions, similar format. So you've got a breakdown of lessons. If we go into, let's say, sports day, there'll be a scenario as they might get in their written exams for programming, and then the questions are all based on that particular scenario. So we've got some multiple choice questions before we get into the programming questions, an area for them to write and edit their code. They can run their code, so they'll get their code running here, and they have the mark scheme available to them as well. And when they press mark, it will tell them the first attempt will be stored in their teacher's mark book, and then subsequent attempts will also be stored, but the teacher will always be able to see the first mark as well. And if they're definitely sure that they want to submit, they can mark their answer, and that will submit. Now, within teacher accounts and also student accounts, you have your My Files page. So this is personal to each user. Anything that you create here is your own, so no one else has access to it. Anything that students create in their areas, you as their teacher will be able to view it through the class files section, which we looked at earlier. So you can make Python files, text files, if you wanted to link with Python, if you're doing file handling, and also HTML projects is also there. Now, if you create a file within your own area and you want to share that with the class as an example, you can press on copy to class content library, and that will place it as a read-only file for students in that particular class to view. So if I quickly go back to this year 10 class, into files, so when students are working on their code, they have access to this class content library where they can view your files. No one can edit them, but they can just view them for reference if they needed any help. Manage section of a class, you can remove students, rename your class, but also reset their password. So you can set them a password, and on their next login with that password, they'll be prompted to create and set up their new password. In your account page, you'll see your personal details. If you need to change any of those details, you can. You also have under plans and billing the option to start your free trial. So all the features that I've just shown you in this video are fully accessible. And then a link to request an invoice if you wish to move to a monthly subscription or a yearly subscription. What's included with a free teacher account, the upgrade if you wanted to go for yearly or monthly, and the additional rate for additional teachers to be added if you have more members in your department. There's also a free student account. When a student joins your class, they'll automatically get access to the full features, so lessons, exam questions, self-marking, etc. There's nothing to pay for the student or individual students. If a student signs up on their own outside of school, you haven't got an account, they're not in your class, they still have the option, if they wanted to pay a one-off fee, and that will give them access to all questions, all lessons for them to work through in their own time. And you can request the invoice or any information once you're logged in from your account page. I hope that video was helpful, give you an overview of what to expect with all of the features, lessons, exam questions, etc. Please log in, start your free trial. There's no payment required. And if you want to contact us, please contact us through our contact form, which is found at the bottom of our website, with any questions, any queries that you might have.